Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Power Pro Wrestling. I'm Jim Ross. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on PPW. We'll have some exciting matches from the past. We'll also show you some of the new faces on their way to the Mid-South area. Some big stars coming to the Mid-South, by the way. As usual, ladies and gentlemen, some of the top competition anywhere in professional wrestling can be found right here in this area. We'll also see our Power Pro main event, and that will be Ted DiBiase going against Chavo Guerrero. There's a great rivalry there, and that match will come to us from the Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, Texas.
I think have the potential to surpass every team we've ever seen in history. Clothesline. Humongous really put Tony Faulk down on the mat with that one. He goes for a body slam.
Backdrop.
Mr. Wrestling, too, that he's beaten Magnum TA, that until Grizzly Smith gets some competition worthy of him today. He shouldn't have.
Johnny Rich and Buzz Sawyer fighting on relatively even terms.
Fight with the Junkyard Dog. That makes the Dog's life a tough life. Good drop kick, tremendous drop kick. This Johnny Rich in the breadbasket then. Standing salto. Oh! Fall away full body.
Sawyer. Johnny Rich has got either a broken nose or a busted lip from some of those pops.
Look at that agility. Whoa, power slam!
Power slam.
That's something you learn right off the bat in wrestling. So when you control the head, you control the body. There, Thomas had that arm bar locked in, but Wendel Cooley, a very powerful man.
Exercised that maneuver. You know, Joel Cooley's stock really rose to my occasion just a few weeks back.
Wrenching away on it. Thomas fires Cooley into the ropes. Cooley with a hard shoulder smash. Cooley coming off, reverses that hip toss. This is definitely an important match for both of these men. Thomas with a high-risk maneuver.
He wears his cowboy boots in the ring and out of the ring. He's a true Texan from San Antonio.
Whoa! Cooley with a backflip.
Making the ring introductions. Ted DiBiase quickly attacking Chavo Guerrero. This is a fantastic main event. Two of these men, international stars, both of them fantastic technical wrestlers. Nice camera work here by the crew at KHTV in Houston, director Ed Worthington. These two men are really brawling toe-to-toe. It's a Pier 6 brawl. Chavo Guerrero hammers DiBiase with a hard right. DiBiase staggered. Both these men outside of the ring. Referee Tommy Gilbert outside as well, trying to break it up. Guerrero hammering DiBiase. He's got something in his head. Powder. He powders the eyes of Chavo Guerrero. Guerrero's blinded.
And Williams was waiting. He's waiting again. All right, nice arm drag and takedown. Now he's going to whip him across to the far side. The backflip.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Power Pro Wrestling. I'm Jim Ross. Thanks very much for being with us. We think we've assembled a tremendous program for you this hour. Our television main event will be a match for the National Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship of the World. Originated from the Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, Texas, we will see Nature Boy Ric Flair go against Magnum TA. Plus, we'll see two tough Texans in action. We'll see Bobby Duncum from Austin, Texas, and Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch from Waxahachie, Texas. We'll also see Steve Dr. Death Williams from the University of Oklahoma. We'll also see a matchup between Hacksaw Butch Reed and Dirty Dutch Mantell. A lot of exciting things. And there's a lot of exciting things going on right now in the Mid-South area. Mr. Unpredictable, Dick Slater, and his controversial and mysterious valet, creating quite a stir, as is Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. The Whip on the Pole match, a first on television. Of course, on Mid-South television, you see a lot of innovative wrestling features, and as here on Power Pro Wrestling. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a lot of mail right now, believe it or not, on this Eddie Gilbert situation with his portrait. And, well, it's kind of hard to believe, but there are a lot of young ladies that are writing in and that would like to win that it's a beautiful picture of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And, of course, we'll keep you updated in that situation in future weeks here on Power Pro Wrestling. And as I said last week, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer's Power Slam, when normally executed, is as devastating as anyone's in wrestling, if not more so. But when you couple the fact that he came off the second rope Well, it's more than devastating. It's really awesome. Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer in the Mid-South area, and he is a one-man wrecking crew, no doubt about it. We're going to be right back with a look at Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch, right after our first commercial timeout.
The world, when he's coming in, you better take your best shot. The best way is to get him before he gets out of the starting block. A feathered be in his cap to beat Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch. Got Kamala next, then the Great Kabuki and Gary Hart of H&H. Murdoch going up for that suplex, cranking him right up, and he drops him.
Just a couple minutes into the match, you can see that these two men have barely even... Duncum retaliates with the knee to the kidney area and pulls about Steve. The Oklahoma Stampede match where he was injured and had to have 108 stitches put in his eye that evening. Raising his arm, he's got him up. He has Duncum up for that Stampede. There he goes. He's going to turn the tide on you. Reed out to the ground, and Mantell once again breaking the rules. How about it? Mantell goes to the bear hug. A knee drop. And that great physical conditioning is going to come through. Reed's a fantastic athlete. Look at that drop kick. Body slam on Mantell, and now he's going for the gorilla slam. He has him up. Look at that power. Action continues on Power Pro Wrestling. It's Magnum TA against Nature Boy Ric Flair for the NWA World's Heavyweight title here at the Sam Houston Coliseum. He's moved on to the Carolinas to go after Ric Flair in his own backyard, former U.S. Heavyweight Champion. Magnum TA with the reversal of the hip toss. He picks Flair up. We're back at the Sam Houston Coliseum. Action is fast and furious. It's Magnum TA against Ric Flair. Flair, look at him. He's drained. He has been taken to the wall. TA fires him off that top rope. Flair throws him over the top rope. He's been training with Dr. Death, and you know where that's going to lead. He and Hacksaw Butch Reed are in a class by themselves. Ted DiBiase. Whoa. Ted DiBiase really fired Faulk into that turnbuckle. Oh, there's that power slam. DiBiase executes that power slam extremely well. He goes for the figure four, the coup de grace. And I don't think Tony Faulk is going to be able to get out of this one. He gives up very quickly. A quick submission. Total domination by Ted DiBiase in the Baton Rouge Centroplex. You can call him King Rat or the Big Cheese. Nonetheless, he's awesome. Let's go back to Jim Ross in the studio.
The Big Cheese, Ted DiBiase, with a very impressive victory here on Power Pro Wrestling. He is really back to stay. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I was looking at the Dallas Times-Herald just the other day, and every week they have the National Wrestling Rankings from the various associations, and they have a composite ranking of the top 10 wrestlers in the world. And it was very interesting. Just about a week ago, Ted DiBiase was ranked as the #1 wrestler in the world, ahead of Ric Flair, ahead of Hulk Hogan, ahead of all the world's champions. And the Dallas Times-Herald is a very respected newspaper, so that shows you Mr. DiBiase's qualifications according to many of the sports writers in America. Well, next week here on Power Pro Wrestling, we think, again, a great program because we're going to show you the world's title on the line. This was a simply fascinating matchup. From Alexandria, Louisiana, Hacksaw Jim Duggan will go against Nature Boy Ric Flair. It's a classic. Plus, Joel Watts and Bob Von Jerky will have assembled 2 new videos that we'll show you next week here on Power Pro Wrestling. We'll also have an exclusive matchup for the Mid-South Tag Team titles, Wendel, Cooley, and Al Perez against Dirty Dutch Mantell and El Casario. That and so much more. Tell your friends about Power Pro Wrestling because we certainly appreciate you allowing us to come into your home once again here on PPW. For our whole crew, for Bob Von Jerky, for Scott Munz, and our producer Joel Watts. I'm Jim Ross saying again, thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next week, everybody.
www.universalwrestling.com